Hello, Cancer. Does that look right? Yeah. For this read, I'm using, this is the general read for Cancer, the Morgan Greer Tarot for the main deck by Paul Foster Case and Arthur Edward Waite. And for the support cards, the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. I feel like my brain is on pause. That's kind of weird. I'm getting no with that. Okay, so I'll leave that. Alright, so your overall energy is 3 cards, and at the end it seems like it's kind of stabilizing with one of them at the end here, but we'll get to that as necessary. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Seven of Cups, which means I feel like you're in like the beginner stages or a very light involvement with some thoughts and plans, maybe some hobbies. And this is where this is hitting most. Like, I feel like this is more about your passions, your likes and dislikes, things like that. And you're kind of choosing what you want to do for the season. Okay. I feel like these are more personal choices, personal life. Okay. Now, when you're going into this, there's things you've liked before. I feel like there's a lot of joy, and there's certain things you've liked before, and you're still currently working on certain things. But I feel like sometimes you might have too many interests. I'm kind of feeling like a couple interests are maybe like you can't afford to do everything. It's one of those things is what I think we're going at. For some of you. For others of you, I feel like you don't have the time to do everything you'd like to do. So I feel like there's too much either there's too much in the sense of like it costs too much to do everything you want to do, and or you don't have the time to do everything you'd like to do. So you have to like prioritize and decide what you really want and what you don't. I feel like this is a little bit stressful because I feel like life, maybe previously you had more time to do these things the way you wanted to, or give as much time to them as you'd like to, but now it's just like that you don't have the time to do so. It's a little I feel like it's a little upsetting, quite honestly. Like you'd like to have more time doing certain things, and some of these things that you like to do, I feel like they've just become more involved. They've kind of evolved over time, and they're just taking up more of your time. You've gotten deeper into them, and just one of the reasons you could do all these different things was because they didn't all take up as much time, but now they're all taking up so much time that you can't do them all. So I feel like I'm getting like for a lot of you, there's a time thing. It's balancing. Like I feel like I'm going back and forth. Like it's either whatever you like doing, there's a couple of them that cost a bit much and you just can't justify spending the money anymore, or you don't have the resources to do so anymore, or it's the time. I feel like it's one or the other. Or the time has become more involved with these projects and it's just you don't have the time to dedicate to them to really enjoy them. So I feel like you're kind of like pulling them all together and you're deciding what do I really want to keep doing going forward. Some of you have like a money-making avenue and you're just deciding, if this is something you want to go forward with and see if it can become like a full-time thing, or you're looking at it in the sense of like this is just a side hobby and it's becoming more of a job, and you're kind of deciding like, do I want that or no? Okay. Either way, it's what you like to do. Okay, so it's about the resources or time you're having to do it. I feel like we're going on forever about that. Now, environmentally, I feel like you have support for these hobbies. I feel like it's mostly about hobbies. I really do. It could in likes and dislikes. I don't feel like it's like I don't feel like it's like a job or family life or stuff like that. I feel like this is stuff you like to do, and I feel like you get support I think that's one of the reasons it's kind of burdensome, because you're getting support in doing these things, but you're like, I have to let a few of them go. And that being said, you have a third page on the board here. You're deciding on one. I feel like there's a few things you do, and you're deciding on one, main one at least. There's a main one you're gonna kind of keep. Now the other ones, there might be one or two that you kind of keep up as a side interest, but there's one thing you're gonna stick with. Now what is going on here? Because I feel like this is something you like to do. Again, I feel like this is like a hobby or something, one of your likes. I feel like it's more like a hobby oriented thing. I really do. And it's something you like to do, but I feel like it's something you might do on your own. And it may kind of move you away from certain friends you had. I almost feel like you had friendships with other hobbies, and it might push you away from that or pull you away from that, because you're going to kind of move on from certain hobbies and stop investing in them. And I feel like your involvement in the hobbies with these people, it's going to kind of back off, but I feel like the friendships endure. And I also get the 10 of Cups above it right here. This is the environment, and this is what's going on. I feel like friendships will endure, even though I feel like the hobby, or the things you do with them, the hobbies, whatever it was, like if it was dirt biking or if it was like some type of recreational sport, something, like I feel like that's not going to continue, but the friendships will. I feel like that might be one of the burdens about this, because you've made friends through these certain hobbies that you don't want to lose. And I feel like the friendships will endure. Just your involvement with these people might not be as much as they were, not involved as deeply in the hobby, but you'll still have a commonality with the love for the hobby, that type of thing. And I feel like this is where, before you had the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Seven of Cups, where you had to decide what you want to keep. And when it becomes the Queen of Pentacles, you went with your passion. Well, you chose a passion, and you become stronger in that one, and you can enjoy it more. I feel like you've kind of matured in which one, like instead of like divvying up your time so much, you're kind of like concentrating on one hobby that you really do enjoy, and you're getting more enjoyment out of it. You're having a better time because of it. Right below this card is also the Nine of Cups, which makes me really feel like you're making a good choice. You're very happy with this decision. I feel like one of the big burdens about choosing was like what it was going to do to friendships, but you're going to hold on to these friendships. Okay. Anything else we got to worry about here or talk about? All right. So I think the overall thing is you're going to keep friendships. You're making choices that you might not see certain people as much as you used to, that you care about, but the friendships, I feel like they are going to endure. So that's the main thing here. And the road you choose to stick with, you're going to end up much happier, because you're going to enjoy that much more. You're not going to feel like you're torn in so many directions. You're not going to feel like you're running to catch up to things, because I feel like some of you are having that problem. So life has changed, things have evolved, and you're just kind of evolving with it. Your main concern was keeping those friendships, and I feel like you're gonna. Okay. All right, I'm going to wrap this up here. If you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you for watching.